This is my wish for the world, that peace will find its way to every boy and girl. This is the time for harmony. Let love be the song that everybody sing. Fill the air with joyful noise, ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth, let there be peace on earth. Lift your light, let it shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard, let there be peace on earth. I hear the sweetest sound, the sound of hope to come. Together we can bring goodwill to everyone. Let's start with you, let it start with me. Let every nation rise and sing this melody. Fill the air with joyful noise, ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth, let there be peace on earth. Lift your light, let it shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard, let there be peace on earth. Oh, 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 yeah. Let there be peace on earth. Oh, 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 oh. Fill the air with joyful noise, ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth, let there be peace on earth. Lift your light, let it shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard, let there be peace on earth. Fill the air with joyful noise, ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth, let there be peace on earth.
Woo-wee! That was amazing. Thank you so much, Ianla. And welcome back. So we are joined now by somewhat teachers.
Yes.
We have Joseph Stamp Romero, who is the drama teacher. We have Miss Dian Maheia, who is the principal, and then Herman Blease, who is the music director. So who's responsible for coaching her and getting her voice so beautiful? You?
I had some part. I gave her some tips as we were working on getting this song together, and then of course Mr. Romero, he is good in arts on a whole, so he made sure that she was moving correctly and projecting and that kind of thing. So we all work together at Horizon Academy.
And I'm sure that a lot of that has to do with just her talent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. Yes.
So Christmas is not Christmas without a Christmas play.
Right.
And you guys have one coming up, right? So tell us a little bit about your play and when it'll be.
Okay. Just to start us off, our Christmas show this year is called Not a Creature Was Stirring. And
not even a mouse.
It's not even a mouse, exactly. Actually, our lead characters are cats and mice. Yes. It's a remake, actually, of a Christmas musical that was first published in 1989. And so we found the book months ago. It was a musical that was actually done years ago by St. Catherine Elementary when my mom was principal there. So some people might think, oh, well, that sounds kind of familiar. But we found the book and I showed it to these guys and I said, can we do something with this? And they decided to breathe some new life into it because they have all these ideas. So it's that story made a lot more modern for today. Yeah. So, and the show's tomorrow night. So
a musical with primary school students. Yes. That's a lot of fun.
And work.
Those are two very good words to use to describe it. Yeah. Fun. That's it. Fun.
So, you know, one of my favorite memories, and I was telling you before the break, was back in high school when we did a musical with the West Side Story.
Right.
And it was a one-time thing, but I mean, I still remember everything about rehearsals, learning the dances, the songs, everything. So it is a lot of work to put it together, but it's very enjoyable for the children. Talk to us about what it was like to get everybody on board. I understand that the majority of your school will be involved in the musical, from the littlest ones right up. So tell us, how do you get yourself in gear to put together a musical production like this?
I think one of the biggest piece we're learning is having a principal that has a vision for it, and then she drives that vision toward the teachers, and they embrace it, and that helps. That really, we're not working just as artists, trying to sell to teachers this idea of what the arts can do for the school.
Yeah.
I think Horizon has that vision already, and so most of the teachers really are involved. When I came on board to talk about the production, we have Miss Monica, who is at Horizon, who was already has experience stage managing, but she loves the arts. And then we have teachers who are doing the background, the backdrops for the production. So the whole school, so really the production cast and the production crew is on campus, and that helps a lot because you don't have to sell the idea for it. And then of course when the classes hear that other kids are involved, they want to be involved as well. So that whole sense of togetherness and that sense of being a part of it becomes the spirit of the school, and then you don't have to do a lot of work to get it moving.
Now, how does this fit into your already established expressive arts program? You have a musical director on board. It means that you've been working with the kids in music.
Right.
What we've been able to do is kind of just play with the schedule a little bit because, like you said, I mean, we already have music classes going on. We already, as part of the expressive arts, have some drama groups that are happening. So we kind of draw from those groups, and we also, once we determined, you know, what we would do for Christmas, then these guys held auditions during lunch breaks. So then the kids would come down and you know, they'd audition for the roles, and then they started off with lunchtime rehearsals, and you know, they put a schedule in place, and so it just took off from there. And it's set up so it's really got whole school involvement because you have the play as the premiere, right? And then you have the pre-show. So the pre-show includes all the smaller groups, the groups of younger students who are not necessarily lead actors in the play, right? And then we have a whole lot of choir groups because it's a musical. And so the choir groups, we have different classes all over the school who have learned all the songs. So the groups will come in at different times to help the lead actors with the music. So there's a lot of, you know, crossing happening and, you know, groupings and people working together.
And what was the talent selection like during this audition?
I think at first.
How many tears did you have to wipe to get the part? Not so much.
Definitely at first, there was some instances where it's like, okay, Mr. Blease, we have enough to work with, and then some other kids would come the other day and said, you know what? I don't think I want to do it today. I think I'm not, you know, and so there's that flexibility you have to have. But some really great talent walked into the room. We have Giancarlo Crespa, who's I think is just an amazing actor. And he shows such great promise. And of course we have Ian who just did their song. And so there was a lot of talent right there on campus. And so it was really easy to kind of go through. Okay, who do I think is going to be lead? It was really quick to establish. And so that makes it really, 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 I think, much more easier to begin to start a production moving forward.
How hard was it on the ones who auditioned and didn't get it? Nobody likes letting down kids. It's hard.
No, but the choir, right? The choir helps. The choir helps.
Everybody's gonna be on stage, right? So, and then they're like, kind of like
laughing. He has a story.
Well, it kind of became. Well, I didn't really want to learn all those lines anyway. Well, you gotta learn the lines for the song, you know. But it really worked out, and like Mr. Sam said, we did have some. Well, not today. I don't think I want to act today, so you're dealing with,
Divas already.
Oh, yeah. We had some 7-year-old divas.
So tell us a little bit about the storyline itself.
One of the things from Ms. D is that she showed me the original story. And in the original story, there's 2 different families, the cats and mice. And they're, in terms of the technicality, they're working from both sides of the stage, a right and left stage. And I decided to bring them together just because I wanted to show the Christmas spirit of the play. And then I wanted to actually have the actors a chance to do more because there's a YouTube version of it, but we wanted to give them much more to do in terms of physicalized interactions. So Giancarlo was asking me yesterday in rehearsal again, he said, "Sir, I want to do more." Because I know the actor feels when he's not doing enough to perform. And so that helped me to continue to push them to say, okay guys, there is this version of the play, but we're going to do this version. And so that helps. And so the story really is just the cats and mice kind of telling the story of the birth of Jesus. So the nativity scene is a backdrop to the entire story. But you also see that the mice and the cat family are trying to get this one character, Ali, to understand the importance of being together, the importance of family, the importance of gifts, and that kind of thing. So there is this what I would call this Christmas socializing of Ali, where she's brought into this family and made to understand the importance of giving and sharing, and so that plays out well.
So it's like through their storytelling, they learn and they teach the true meaning of Christmas. Because they're cats and mice, the story is set in the storeroom of the church. Okay, so one of the challenges that our wonderfully talented teachers have faced is creating props that are larger than life. Because they're in the storeroom and because they're cats and mice,
they're tiny.
They're supposed to be tiny. So the mops and the brooms and the shelves, the crown, the nativity scene, everything has to be giant-sized. So we have some giant-sized backdrops being painted at school as we speak. We have a crown that's huge because the mice are supposed to sleep in the crown and that sort of thing. So it's set in the storeroom of the church, and the mice and the cats are, kind of telling the story bit by bit, and then they all come together at the end.
It really sounds like everyone is involved.
Yeah.
And what I find interesting is that, for the most part, we put a lot of emphasis on math, on science, and sometimes I feel like the arts are neglected a little bit. And this program is one way of providing an avenue for potential actors, artists, and how receptive were the kids to the play?
Well, I'll say that there's a lot of talent at Horizon Academy, and as I go around teaching songs and listening to children sing, it amazes me how we have definitely neglected the arts and what kids can do through arts. And so what I have to say, what I have to answer that question with is that I tell my kids, listen, this is arts is important in life. It gives you a different perspective of life, and I tell them I'm able to pay bills with arts. So don't look at me playing the piano or look at me playing the drums and think, oh, that's just another gift or talent. That is actually something that helps me pay my bills. And so rather than you're working at your day job, you use some of that income to pay bills. You could use some of that income to do other things with, and you use the income from arts to pay your bills. And so like with that encouragement, a lot of them are receptive to that, and they're like, this is true, this is real. This guy Jordan, I can't remember his last name in Standard 4. He's like, he came to me after like a class and he said, Mr. Blease, I really want to do some more playing stuff because I want to pay my bills with art. So like that is what we do. Exactly. And so this is the mentality I'm trying to cross over to them to let them think that what, arts is just not playing music. It's much more. It can help you with your family in the future.
Yeah.
I think the future of it, Mr. Blease said it really well. There's an economic end of it, and there's also a partnership. I think we have in Belize art and education.
Yeah.
I think Ms. Di is wonderful in that she talks about art education.
Yeah.
Two different concepts. And so we've got to move to our country to the point of art education
Yeah.
and partnering both because it works hand in hand.
Yeah. It really gives them an opportunity to develop the talents as well if they already have the interest. And now Belizeans can now study music at SJC. So we're moving towards being more accepting and helping our youths to develop the skills that they have. Now, coming back to the play, what exactly can one expect? Is it comedy? Is it heartwarming? Is it just cute because you have kids on stage? What would you say people can expect coming out to watch?
I think it has all of those things because you have kids on stage, so it's cute, especially if you see little Giada Crespo. She's squeaky, and she's I think she's 6 years old. Her character is called Squeaky. I'm sorry.
I know, I was wondering.
What type of personality is Squeaky?
Thank you, Marley. I think I would be in trouble if you hadn't corrected me in that. Yes, but her character is Squeaky. And I mean, it's cute just hearing the line she has and everything, and how the other character relate to her character on stage. And then there's her brother, Dian, who is really, really funny at getting those the really great moments on the play. And of course, in the end, where we see one of the characters, Ali, being told about Christmas and the warmth of Christmas. So there's all of that.
Yeah. Now you said it's an updated version, right? Is it also Belizeanized? I mean, we don't really have mice. We have Charlie Price. Are we having something representative of that?
I don't know that it would really be Belizeanized in that way. What we've tried to do is in making it whole school, making it more relevant to today and to what the kids recognize is, I mentioned the pre-show a little while ago. The first part of the show actually is kind of like a red carpet feature, where we have two hosts, and they're kind of like outside the church, right? Because there's a church special going on. So that's like the lead in to the play itself, right? And so that's where we see our pre-kinders, our kinders, our kinders are going to be, dancing I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas, which is not Belizean, but it is super cute. Because there is no way you can, not look at those 4-year-olds and just think they're beautiful. So that's when we see, the younger ones doing different items like that, and then it keeps going back to the hosts because they're all excited because everybody's getting ready for the premiere.
I'm sure they're having
not
a lot of
not
fun.
Charlie Price.
Okay. No Charlie Price. All right.
But a lot, definitely,
I mean, they're pretty sizable mice on stage, so we'll say that's And looking at helping them to overcome their nerves. You train kids for stage, and it's such a powerful experience. They learn really to find more confidence in themselves. But when you're in front of an audience, everything changes.
Right.
How do you prepare them for that moment tomorrow?
I think you try to get them to understand that there's a huge judgment factor in everything that we do, and arts is one of that platform that comes up that I think it becomes enormous. Yeah. And so you try to let them know that don't be so harsh on yourself. Yeah. And because oftentimes it's not the audience that's the problem, it's what you're thinking of yourself that's really difficult to overcome. But I can tell you that I found actors at Horizon that I'll go back to Jen again. He wants to be there. He wants to showcase what he can do, and so they're not nervous about that. So I bet there are other casts who's going to have that problem, just because there's a lot of self-judgment. We naturally have that, and so I try to get them to know that guys are going to be great. Just enjoy what you're doing. People are going to be there to support you, and trying to change that dynamic of thinking that they're going to be there to judge me, to laugh at me, to make fun of me. That's not within the play, but try to get that remove that from their psychology. Because that's the biggest problem, this self-judgment. So I think we're going to be fine, though.
Okay.
What is absolutely critical, I believe, in education is that it be as holistic as possible. And this is just another way to round out the development of the child. It's not, yes, the math is super important, and the language is super important, and they need to learn to write, and they need to learn science. And yeah, that we're not taking away from any of that. These guys have just come through a rough week last week of exams.
Yeah.
You know, it's vital. Nobody's taking away that, but this is also important. You need to feed your soul. You need to speak to that part of you that wants to perform and to produce and to laugh and to sing and to dance. And what we've tried to work on and to develop bit by bit. I mean, this year our development, our step ahead at Horizon Academy has been to bring on Mr. Stamp, you know, to help us with the theater part of it. But what we're trying to do is to round it out so that more and more we're giving children the opportunity to develop these God-given talents.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
And tell us about how you've been working with them with the music.
Well, it's been a lot of things. Well, I'll just say it's been challenging, but it has been a lot of fun. For me, I'm saying challenging for me because Miss Di gave us this book maybe a month and a half ago.
Oh, wow.
No, not me. I got long time ago. I just shared it. I shared it late.
and so it has been songs that it's the first time I'm hearing, and so it's 9 pieces, and I had the task of learning all of them to play them, and so me learning songs and then transferring that to the children, that was the challenging part. But I mean, the minute I started playing the songs, they were all over those songs, and they learned them like that fast, and so that was really good. But a lot of the songs are fun songs. They're just one that Miss Diet also really likes. No Time to Diet.
I know that song.
Christmas
Right?
time is no time to
I sang
die.
in the choir when I was in
Right,
school. Yeah,
see?
I love that song.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No time for watching your weight.
Yeah.
So.
Bum, 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 bum. Yeah.
Yes, so it's been some fun songs, and so I was totally just you know, overwhelmed by just how the kids were so receptive to these songs. And of course the standard 6 and standard 5 classes, they were more kind of like, these are baby songs, and but the minute they start singing it,
They
they
have
just
fun
fell
with
in
it,
love.
yeah.
So yeah, so it was really good.
So full props, full costumes, everything.
Everything. Full everything. I mean, like I said, what these guys are evidence, right? We have genius teachers. I don't know how they do what they do, because when they come and they start talking to me about, you know, felt and tinsel, and I just go yes, because I have no idea. And then, you know, one of our rooms has been turned into I swear it's Santa's workshop. I mean, there's like 4 sewing machines in there, and every chance teachers get, you know, they're in there doing stuff that I don't know, but beautiful stuff is coming out. So tomorrow night I think is going to be really, really nice. I'm sure our parents are going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And, you know, anybody's welcome to come. So
And it's at the Bliss?
It's at the Bliss tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, yeah.
And is there a cost? to
Yes,
enter?
the tickets are $10.
So we're gonna see one more performance, right?
Yeah.
We don't get to see them in costume.
No.
But we will get to see them sing a bit and actually play the music. Will they be playing the music for the entire show?
Yes, music will be played for the show.
By the kids and
No.
you?
No.
No.
Just by me.
Just,
Just
yeah.
by you?
Yeah,
Wow.
that not there yet. One step at a time.
You get there eventually.
Yeah.
Yes, you can go over there. So we're going to get set up for the performance at this point in time. And my next question has to be, if you have Joseph on board and you are able to execute your first musical so effortlessly, that means we'll have a yearly production?
At least once a year.
Okay, good.
Right?
See, I was going to go for twice a year. And
Working
then-
on that.
Yeah.
Working on that.
I mean, you could do Christmas, summer.
Summer. Yeah. We have,
Mango season.
we
I don't
have,
know,
we
whatever
have a
season
plan,
else
don't we?
We have a plan, though.
We have a
We have a
summer
plan.
plan.
We have a plan.
We
Joseph,
just
you
have,
didn't answer me.
We have a plan. I'll stick with that.
Let me know on Thursday.
yeah, I was just going to say, we can't talk about it until after tomorrow night.
Okay.
After tomorrow night.
I'm so sure. Hi. You're very excited to be
I know.
here, right? I saw you waving at the camera.
I have autism.
I know. What's your name?
Arthur Nigel Ward.
Okay, Arthur. Are you going to be singing?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, why does this mic thing work?
It's going to work. Don't worry. Do you know all your lines for the song?
Yes.
Okay. And who's next to you? Let's get your names.
Giancarlo Crespo,
Sup?
Michael Ortiz, Jada Morris, Johnny Flores.
And that's it. That's your group, right? What class are you in?
Standard 5.
Are they all in standard
Yes,
5?
they're all in standard 5.
And is this the Giancarlo that we've been hearing
Yes.
about?
Yes.
Oh, show long, please step forward so we can see you. So you're squeaky?
No.
No.
Freddie.
He's,
Oh, Fred.
Oh,
he's
okay.
Freddie.
His
I got
sister.
his
His sister.
Sister Squeaky.
Yeah, his sister.
Okay.
Giada.
Yeah, my mommy, Judith Williamson.
Uh-huh. She see you? Yeah, she's going to see you on TV right now.
I'm sure she's looking right now.
How much fun have you guys been having learning these songs?
What's the name of your song that you're going to sing right now?
Was the night before Christmas.
No, you're not singing "Twas the Night Before Christmas." One more day.
One more
That's what you're
day.
gonna sing right
My
now.
mommy's a cycler.
Yeah. Okay, get ready.
Okay, so we're going to have our song to close us off. Where can people get tickets before we do so?
Tickets are on sale at school.
Okay.
Yes,
and
at our
the-
school office, $10, and it's tomorrow night at 7 at the
All
Bliss.
right. 7 p.m. at the Bliss. I'm sure you guys are going to have a whole lot of fun. Best of luck. And let's close off with our performance.
Hi. Twas the night before Christmas, and entered the house. Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The mice were all showered and tucked into bed. All visions of cheddar cheese danced in their heads, danced in their heads. One more day, la la la, we can hardly wait, yeah, yeah, yeah. One more day, yeah, yeah, yeah. One more day till Christmas. One more day, yeah, yeah, yeah. We can hardly wait, yeah, yeah, yeah. One more day, yeah, yeah, yeah. We can wait till Christmas. Twas the night Twas the night before Christmas, and you might have guessed the mice were always in their comforters' rest. The coats were all shiny to grip a surprise, while visions of tuna fish danced in their eyes, danced in their eyes. One more day, yeah, 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 we can hardly wait, yeah, yeah, yeah. One more day, yeah, 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 one more day till Christmas. One more day, yeah, 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 we can hardly wait, yeah, yeah, yeah. One more day, yeah, 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 one more day till Christmas. One day, yeah, 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 one more day, yeah, 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 we can hardly wait, yeah, yeah, yeah. One more day, yeah, 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 one more day till Christmas. Oh, tidings of tuna and cheese, tuna and cheese. Oh, tidings of tuna and cheese. Oh,